Welcome to the Sacred Knock Podcast, where the divine speaks and the heart listens. There's a knock, a sacred one. You may not hear it with your ears, but your soul knows it well. I'm your host, Coach Michael Taylor, and I'm inviting you into a sacred space of spiritual awakening, divine insight, and conversations that remind you of who you really are. So, open the door and let your soul receive the wisdom it's been waiting for. Welcome to the Sacred Knock Podcast. Welcome to the Sacred Knock Podcast, where divine wisdom speaks and the heart listens. I'm your host, Coach Michael Taylor, and today we're stepping into a powerful intersection where science and spirituality meet. Because something amazing is happening right now in the evolution of human consciousness. We're beginning to realize that the sacred and the scientific aren't enemies. They're allies. And together, they're painting a picture of reality far more expansive than we ever imagined. So let's begin with a quote from one of the most brilliant scientific minds of all time. Everything is energy. That's just the way it is. Match the frequency of the reality that you want to create, and there's no way you cannot create that reality. It can be no other way. This isn't philosophy. This is physics. Albert Einstein. Simple, profound, revolutionary. And then there's this gem from another visionary, Nikola Tesla, who once said, "If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." These aren't the words of spiritual mystics. These are the insights of the greatest scientists in history. And yet, what they're describing sounds a lot like what spiritual teachers and sages have been saying for thousands of years. Quantum physics is now confirming what mystics have always known. We live in an energetic universe. Everything is vibrating. Everything is connected. Everything is in motion. There's no true separation, just the illusion of it. What looks like matter is actually energy. What looks like space is actually alive with information. And at the heart of it all is an organizing force, a guiding principle, a divine intelligence that is both the creator and the creation. So let me say this clearly. Science is beginning to validate spirituality. Not the fear-based, rule-driven kind of religion we've been taught to obey, but the direct, intuitive, sacred experience of being connected to something greater than ourselves. In quantum terms, we are all part of a field, a vast web of energy and information that responds to thought, intention, and consciousness. In spiritual terms, we are expressions of God made of the same stuff that creates stars and galaxies. This merging of science and spirit isn't new. It's just finally being recognized. What the ancient yogis called prama, the Chinese called chi, and indigenous cultures called life force, modern science now calls the quantum field. It's all the same thing. It's energy. It's frequency. It's vibration. And you, yes you, are a powerful, energetic being, constantly interacting with this divine field, whether you realize it or not. Your thoughts carry frequency. Your emotions carry vibration. Your intentions create energetic ripples that affect your reality. You're not separate from the universe. You are woven into it. So what does this mean for you, the seeker? It means that your spiritual journey doesn't have to conflict with your intellect. It means you can embrace science and still believe in God. It means the knock you've been feeling isn't just emotional, it's energetic. You are being invited to step into a new paradigm, one where God isn't just worshiped in temples and churches, but felt in the quantum field, expressed in your body, and known through your lived experience. Here's how I define it. God is divine intelligence, the energetic consciousness that created, sustains, and continues to evolve this entire universe. And that intelligence, it's not separate from us. It lives within us. It is us. So, let me leave you with this. Take a moment and reflect on how energy shows up in your life. What are you tuning into with your thoughts each day? What frequency are your emotions vibrating on? What intentions are you radiating to the world? So, because once you understand that you are part of this divine energetic dance, everything changes. So, thanks for joining me on this episode of the Sacred Knock podcast. And if this message expanded your perspective, I encourage you to share it, subscribe, and leave a comment. So let's raise the vibration and frequency together. Remember, you are energy, you are vibration, and you are divine intelligence in human form. Until next time, stay curious, stay awakened, and stay sacred. I'll see you next episode. Take care. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Sacred Knock podcast. We hope this episode has inspired you to listen more closely to the whispers of your soul. If this message moved you, why not share it with someone you love? Because you never know who's waiting to hear their own sacred knock. And if you'd like to dive deeper and download the free ebook, When God Knocks, 5 Divine Reminders to Reignite Your Soul, simply log on to www.knockknockbook.net to download your free gift today. Until next time, stay open, stay tuned in, and always remember, the divine is already within you.